We have Supreme Darkness news tonight, and if you had Speedroid on your bingo card, you are correct, as we got 5 new cards for the theme. So let's take a look at it and let's see what they received. Let's all start off with a brand new support with a card that we have to read being Speedroid Clackernal. It is a literal nutcracker, and it's a wind machine pendulum effect that has a pendulum scale of 8 with level 2, 200 attack, and 1800 defense. The pendulum effect is you can only use the pendulum effect to this card's name once per turn. You can banish one Speedroid card from your graveyard, place one Speedroid pendulum monster from your deck in your pendulum zone. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except the wind monsters, so the whole entire theme of Speedroid is locking into wind. You can only use the first and second monster effect of this card's name each once per turn. If this card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one Speedroid Clackernal from your hand, deck, or graveyard, and if you do, it is treated as a tuner. And if your Clearwing monster battles while this card is face up in your extra deck, during damage calculation you banish this card, and if you do, that monster gains 700 attack. It's kind of like a Perform H Plush Fire in a way, but realistically you're running at least 2 copies of this if you do run it, because it finishes your scale so you can pendulum summon. Overall, it's actually an alright card, and a very useful utility card as well. But let's see what the other cards do for the deck. Of course, if they get one pendulum monster, let's give them another one, because that's how they do things in pairs. And let's take a look at Speedroid Wing Synchron. It is a wind machine pendulum tuner effect monster that's a pendulum scale of 4, level 5, with 1500 attack and 1000 defense. The pendulum effect is once per turn you can destroy both this card and one level 2 wind pendulum monster card in your pendulum zone, and if you do, special summon one Clearwing Synchro Dragon from your extra deck. This is treated as a synchro summon. Also, for the rest of this turn, cards in your pendulum zones cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, you cannot special summon monsters except wind monsters. So this is literally pendulum call, but summoning out a synchro monster from your extra deck, and you're literally putting this with the other one that we just read into the scales so you can instantly get a Clearwing Synchro Dragon. That is very crazy. And then the other effect is monster effect. You can only use the monster effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is added to the extra deck face up, and there are 2 or more different monster types among the wind synchro monsters you control, you can send one Speedroid spell or trap card from your deck to the grave. This has a variety of uses because of how many Speedroid spells and traps that can actually utilize in the graveyard, like Speed Recovery, or even I think it is Domino Puzzle, whatever. It's a trap card that you can banish, and I think it summons out a token. But realistically, overall, that's a really powerful pendulum monster, in my opinion. After that, let's get into the first brand new synchro monster for the deck, and we get a new glider. We have Glider 2. It is a wind machine synchro tuner effect, 1600 attack, 2200 defense, level 5. It takes one wind machine tuner plus one or more non-tuner monsters, and you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. If this card is synchro summoned, you can target one non-tuner level 7 or lower wind synchro monster in your graveyard, special summon it. If your opponent special summons the monsters and you control a Clearwing monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard, increase the level of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls by 5. This is really kind of crazy because it messes with your opponent's levels of what they do, and it just messes overall what your opponent can do if they're on a link deck. But realistically, definitely maybe a one-of, because it allows you to summon back a wind synchro monster from your graveyard that's a non-tuner that can help extend your plays if you need a specific level. After that, we're going to be looking at the synchro monster everyone's been waiting for, the new Crystal Clearwing upgrade, being Crystal Clearwing over Synchro Dragon. It's a wind dragon synchro effect monster, level 12 with 3500 attack and 3000 defense. It takes 2+ tuners, or 1 tuner synchro monster, plus 1 Clearwing Synchro Dragon, and it must be synchro summoned. Once per turn, when another card or effect is activated, quick effect, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. And if it was a monster, this card gains attack equal to that monster's original attack until the end of this turn. If this face-up synchro monster card in its owner's possession leaves the field by your opponent, you can special summon one Clearwing monster from your extra deck. So this summons out the new Crystal Clear. It summons out a Clearwing Synchro Dragon. So you have your options of summoning it, and honestly, this is a really powerful card in general because it replaces Baronne de Fleur because they lost that back at the April ban list for the TCG. But seeing this being made is really crazy for Speedroid, being a brand new boss monster, an upgrade to a previous one, and I cannot wait to see what people do with it, as it is not really generic, which is a good thing. They're stepping away from non-generic boss monsters to actually having to be in archetype, which I do like over genericy. And now finally, we have a new trap card being Speedroid Clearwing Wanderer. It is a normal trap card, and you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. Target cards your opponent controls up to the number of different monster types among the wind synchro monsters you control. Destroy them. If your opponent special summons the monsters, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one wind synchro monster you control, banish it, then return it to the field. This is supposed to reset all your Clearwings, your Crystal Wing, and everything. It could even reset Baronne if you wanted to. So realistically, I think Baronne is going to be going in the OCG too, but we'll have to see on that, because this card just makes it a little crazier. And you could send this off of a previous card that we read, because you could just instantly just toss it, banish it, reset one of your negates, and then continue comboing off. So realistically, this is going to be a one-of in your deck because of how powerful it is. But I want to know what you guys think about this new Speedroid support, because in my opinion, it's really strong, especially how potent Speedroid can be if it is allowed to combo through. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. But anyways, see you all in the next video.